We are Explorer Handbook. Today we will visit the best 100 countries and cities to visit in the world. We have made this selection taking into account natural beauties, attractions in cities, and the development of our planet. Do not miss the best places we have to visit in 2023. Italy, popularly known as the Italic boot. There we can find impressive cities, such as its Roman capital, which was the epicenter of the Roman Empire, where the famous Roman Colosseum is located where gladiators fought. You can also visit the Trevi Fountain. Inside Rome, you can visit the Vatican City-State, headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church and home of Pope Francis. You cannot miss Venice, where you will find striking canals and wonderful panoramic views. Italy is known worldwide for its gastronomy, for its different types of pastas and sauces, as well as pizzas, one of the flagship dishes. We invite you to visit this magnificent country and its beautiful cities. We are Explorer Handbook, a community of travelers. Start this 2022 with a dream trip. In the following video, we invite you to see the best destinations. Today we will go through the 10 most wonderful cities in Italy according to our criteria. We have made this selection taking into account natural beauties, attractions, and development of these wonders of our planet. Rome is the capital of Italy. It became the first great metropolis of humanity. The Colosseum was known as the Flavian Amphitheater, a historical place for gladiator fights or executions of prisoners. The Fontana dei Trevi is a fountain that was completed in 1762, impresses with the large sculpture of Neptune guiding his chariot pulled by sea horses and tritons. Castel Sant'Angelo, built as a mausoleum for Emperor Hadrian, there is a secret corridor connecting the castle to Vatican City so that the Pope could escape. Venice is known as the Queen of the Adriatic, the Serenissima, or the City of Canals. Plaza de San Marcos is a beautiful square with a beautiful design that Napoleon himself defined as the most beautiful hall in Europe. The Bridge of Sighs was the bridge over which the prisoners of the jail passed before being executed, those who looked through the window sighed, knowing the fate that awaited them. The Canal Grande is the main artery of the city, boats and gondolas circulate here. On its sides, you can admire the most beautiful Venetian palaces. Milan, known as the City of Glamour, is sophisticated and cosmopolitan. The Milan Cathedral or the Duomo is one of the most beautiful cathedrals in the world, and in the Gothic style. Stroll through the beautiful Vittorio Emanuele II Gallery, dedicated to one of the most important kings in Italian history. It was built in the 19th century in the shape of a cross and stands out for its large glass dome. The Basilica of San Ambrosio, dedicated to the patron saint of the city, built in the 11th century. This religious temple stands out on its facade for its two towers of different heights. Florence is a beautiful city in Tuscany and the cradle of the Italian Renaissance. Giotto's Campanile, with its 84 meters high and unique views, has become another of the most beautiful places to visit in Florence. Battistero di San Giovanni, the oldest building in the square, the highlight of this octagonal building clad in white and green marble, are its 3 sets of bronze doors of great artistic value. Piazza Il Michelangelo, in this square you will have the best panoramic views of Florence. It was built as a tribute to the great artist Michelangelo. Naples, located on the southeast coast of the Italian peninsula, founded in the Bronze Age, its historic center has been declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Piazza del Plebiscito is a place full of history located to the west of the port of Naples. It was built at the beginning of the 19th century next to the Royal Palace and is surrounded by majestic palazzo. The oldest part of the historic center of Naples extends around Spaccanapoli, a street that runs from Piazza del Gesù Nuovo to Via Duomo. Spaccanapoli is a thoroughfare lined with tall old buildings, boutiques, and restaurants. Pisa, located in the region of Tuscany, is a city known for its rich artistic heritage. The main attraction in Pisa is undoubtedly its Leaning Tower, built over 2 centuries, between 12th and 14th centuries. The Tower of Pisa is the bell tower of the Cathedral of Santa Maria Assunta in Piazza del Duomo. Cathedral Duomo of Pisa is located in the heart of the Square of Miracles. It began to be built in the year 1064, in the so-called Pisan Romanesque style. The baptistery is the large circular building that faces the main facade of the Duomo, built in 1152, in the Romanesque and Gothic styles. The Amalfi Coast, of great tourist and cultural interest, all the municipalities that make up the coast, was declared a World Heritage Site. Amalfi, a beautiful town located at the foot of Monte Cerreto, there you can visit the Piazza del Duomo, where you will find numerous shops, cafes, and restaurants. Positano is the best-known town on the Amalfi Coast, known for its pastel-colored house on the mountain. Capri, this beautiful little island, has been the epicenter of La Dolce Vita since the 1950s, where intellectuals, the rich, and stars came to it, attracted by its glamour. Como is a city in northern Italy, located a few kilometers from Milan, and famous because it is located on one of the best-known lakes in Italy. Porta Vittoria Tower, located in the historic center of Como, was built in 1192 as a defense post for the city, is in an excellent state of preservation. One of the most exciting experiences when visiting Como is to take a boat ride. There you can visit different towns in the region and enjoy the wonderful landscape that Como offers. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Siena is a small city located in Tuscany. The Santa Barbara Castle is a fortress built by the powerful Medici family in 1563 and in which a public park is currently located. The Basilica of Santo Domingo was built in the 13th century and enlarged in the 14th. This huge Gothic-style church stands out for the various frescoes on the life of Saint Catherine. The Piazza del Campo, located in the heart of the historic center, is the icon of the city. You will find historic buildings such as the Public Palace and the Torre del Mangia, the tallest in Siena. Turin is a city, an important cultural and business center, located mainly on the left bank of the Po River and surrounded by the Alps. Piazza Castello, located in the heart of the historic city center and surrounded by historic buildings such as the Palazzo Madama and the Palazzo Reale. The Metropolitan Cathedral of St. John the Baptist or Duomo di Torino is the main religious building in Turin. There is the Holy Shroud, which was used to wrap the body of Christ after his crucifixion. Monte Cappuccini Viewpoint is the best place in the city to enjoy the best views with the snow-capped Alps in the background. Parma is a northwestern city in the Emilia-Romagna region. It is only 2 hours from Milan. Start your trip by the Cathedral of Parma. It is located in the current Piazza Duomo, next to the Baptistery, and the Episcopal Palace were built in Romanesque, Renaissance, and Gothic styles. Visit the Ducal Park of Parma, located next to the river in the heart of the historic center. It is the green lung of the city and one of the favorite places for tourists and inhabitants from the city. 20 kilometers from Parma is the Torre Castle. It was built in the 15th century. Inside you will find many works of art. Genoa is a city that grew united to its port and that came to dominate the Mediterranean. Discover Bacatasuno, a fishing village with colorful houses. Legend has it that it was founded by some Spanish fishing boats that trying to reach Genoa and stayed at the drift. Meet the spectacular work of art known as Cattedrale di San Lorenzo. It is the most important religious building and has a Gothic-style facade, accompanied billions that preside over the stairs of the cathedral. Plaza Ferrari is surrounded by some of the most important buildings in the city. Viewed, its most characteristic point is the fountain in the center of it. Bologna is known as the Red City due to the color of the buildings and the roofs. The Piazza Maggiore or Plaza Mayor is the epicenter of the old town. Most of the buildings are preserved from medieval times, and among them is the Basilica of San Petronio, the communal palace, and the impressive Fountain of Neptune. The twin towers of Garisenda and Asinelli are the only two that remain of the more than 200 that the city had. You can only climb the Asinelli Tower to enjoy its incredible views. Quadrilatero is a place with narrow streets where you will find the best stores to buy fresh and typical products of the city. Verona is known for being the setting for the romantic tragedy Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. The arena, one of the best preserved amphitheaters of ancient Rome, is still maintained the seats and exterior arches from the time when shows were held and games. It is currently used for concerts thanks to its magnificent acoustics. Juliet's house and its famous balcony, this palace was transformed into a museum, and La Cattedrale via Capello is the scene of the famous scene where Juliet swore eternal love to Romeo. The Piazza dell'Erbe is the oldest in the city. There you will find the tall Torre Lamberti, which dominates the old town and offers impressive views. Brescia is a city in northern Italy, ancient and rich in architectural works. The Plaza della Loggia is the main square of the city. It was built in the mid-15th century. It houses some of the most beautiful and historic buildings. Visit the Brescia Archaeological Park, one of the most interesting in Italy, recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. The Capitoline Temple stands out. Be sure to visit the Castle of Brescia. It is one of the most characteristic places, ideal for living the past and admiring the city from above. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Perugia is located in the center of Italy, in the beautiful region of Umbria. Visit the historic center. There are the main monuments and historical buildings of the city. The Palace of the Priors in the past was the town hall and judicial headquarters. Enjoy the Sala dei Notari, consisting of 8 large arches with various paintings telling stories biblical. The Cathedral of Perugia, built in 1345, has a Baroque style, but the interior of the cathedral is Gothic style. Once you get out, enjoy the atmosphere of the square's most beautiful medieval buildings in Italy. Bergamo is one of the best preserved and most beautiful Italian medieval cities. The Piazza Vecchia is a medieval square surrounded by historic buildings such as the Palazzo della Regione, Palazzo del Podest, the Torre Civica and the Palazzo Nuovo. The Cappella Colleone was built between 1472 and 147 is located next to the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore. This chapel is really a mausoleum. Strolling along Via Gambito, the main street of the old part of the city, is like moving to the Middle Ages. On this street you will find all kinds of shops, restaurants, and cafes, where you can try the typical sweets of the region. Sardinia is one of the most beautiful islands in the Mediterranean. La Maddalena, an archipelago of more than 60 islands, its beaches of fine sand and water crystal clear, is a true wonder for snorkeling or sunbathing. Castel Sardo is a medieval town. It is impressive to see it in the distance when you meet perched on a rock above the sea and dominated by a castle that has been preserved for a long time, more than 1,000 years. Playa de la Pelosa Instantino is considered the most famous and paradisiacal on the island located in Capo Falcone. It stands out for its blue color, white sand beaches, and shallow waters. Deep. Sicily is a land of contrasts, an island of volcanoes, stone villages, and crystal clear waters. Start your travels in Palermo, probably the most interesting city in Sicily. Splurgy overwhelming personality offers emblematic monuments and local markets. If you like archaeology, in Sicily you will discover many sites. One of the most important is Segesta, where a surprisingly well-preserved temple from Greek, although the jewel in the crown is the Valley of the Temples. End your trip in Arese, a medieval town with narrow cobbled streets, and offer a breathtaking panoramic view is located 15 kilometers from Trapani. Portofino is a small town on the Riviera Ligure, known for the yachts and famous Piopluo frequented. Start your trip with a walk through the small historic center. You will be surprised by its typical colored buildings, an open space where you will enjoy one of the restaurants Orbers overlooking the sea. Castello Brown, thanks to its strategic position, had a defensive and protective function over the city and the bay. Today it is a museum. Its garden offers a magnificent view of the port and the Gulf of Tigullio. The Church of San Giorgio is a temple built overlooking the cliff. You can admire several valuable paintings. France, the largest country in the European Union, whose capital is Paris, better known as the City of Light or Love. There you can find the Louvre Museum and the Arc de Triomphe, an imposing structure created by order of Napoleon, is one of the most visited icons of the capital. You can also enjoy the Haussmannian style, with its blue roofs in the buildings that surround the city. You will also find the Notre Dame Cathedral characterized by its medieval Gothic style. Its gastronomy is one of the most famous in the world, such as ratatouille, its artisan breads, foie gras, wines and champagne made in special regions of the country. This country is full of history and amazing landscapes. Do not wait any longer to visit it. Lyon is the third most populous city in the country and one of the most beautiful. The Roman theater was built more than 2,000 years ago on the hill of Fervière. The Roman theater, with a capacity of 10,000 people, has been restored to host cultural shows. Located at the foot of the Fervière Hill, next to the Seine River, Vieux Lyon is the oldest quarter in Lyon, declared a World Heritage Site for its medieval and Renaissance architecture. Basilica Notre Dame de Fervière, built on a hill in the Fervière district, impresses with the location that allows it to be seen from all points of the city. Paris is the capital of France, the world center of art and fashion, known as the City of Light. If you are in Paris, you have to visit the Eiffel Tower, the most representative icon of the city, ideal to dress during the day, but at night it is a spectacle when its lights rise. The Louvre Museum, without a doubt the most famous museum, you could spend whole days seeing each of her works, although the star is her, the Gioconda of Leonardo da Vinci. Moulin Rouge, this emblematic cabaret, was inaugurated at a time of great changes in the social, cultural, and economic sphere in Europe, is a variety show that combines dance, magic, and singing. Nice, it is a mixture between the Mediterranean Sea and the mountains, becoming the retreat center of the European elite. Taking a stroll through the streets of the old town of Nice without haste is a pleasure. In these narrow and curved streets, you will find shops, markets, and old churches, which will make you fall in love at first sight. The port of Nice is one of the oldest on the Côte d'Azur. This beautiful port, excavated in rock at the foot of the ancient citadel Olympia. The Promenade des Anglais is a 4-mile avenue bordering the beach of the Bay of Angels. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Toulouse is a university city with a great architectural heritage located in the south of France. The enormous Capitol Square, located in the heart of the historic center, is an architectural marvel that impresses with its neoclassical facade. The Old Town or Vieux Quartier, located south of the Capitol Square, is the most charming neighborhood in Toulouse. The most famous market in Toulouse is located in the Pavilion of Victor Hugo, inaugurated in 1892, and in which all kinds of typical French quality products such as foie, cheeses, or wine are sold. Marseille is located in the south of France. It is a colorful, cheerful city, full of life, and with a strong personality. Old Port or Vieux Port, the former economic engine of the city and one of the most important ports of the Mediterranean since the Greek era. Today, this place is used as a marina. The Cathedral of the Major, noted for its wonderful views of the sea and for the limestone of white and green colors of its facade. The Boulevard Longchamp is characterized by its luxurious buildings of the 19th century. This palace impresses with its imposing appearance and its beautiful park. Germany is a European country with an important history worldwide. If you travel to this country, you will be able to enjoy and know different attractions, such as the Church of Cologne, which is the most visited tourist monument. This is a construction that lasted more than 600 years, and within it the relics of the three wise men are protected. Another attraction is its football stadiums, among which stand out the Allianz Arena of the Bayern Munich team and the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. If yours is more history, you can visit Neuschwanstein Castle, which is a dream construction surrounded by a beautiful landscape that inspired Walt Disney himself for the creation of the Sleeping Beauty Castle, and which is located only 80 miles from Munich. In Munich you can also enjoy the Waimea River, known for its current that locals use for surfing. You can also take a walk along the River Rhine and the Hohenzollern Bridge. Do not wait any longer to enjoy this wonderful country and enjoy its wonderful landscapes. Munich is the capital of Germany and is considered one of the most beautiful cities in the country. Marienplatz is the heart of Munich and a key point of its historical center. The Neues Rathaus has a neo-Gothic style and is the most emblematic building of Marienplatz. Residenz Royal Palace was the official residence of the Bavarian monarchy. Today it is a museum. The Cathedral of Our Lady is one of the largest Gothic buildings in Germany. You can enjoy the tomb of Emperor Louis IV of Bavaria, which is famous for the Devil's Footstep on the ground. Risen from its ashes after its destruction during World War II, Berlin has an endless supply of entertainment and culture. The Brandenburg Gate, one of the few monuments that survived the war, a former gateway to the city, has witnessed great historical moments of the city. Berliner Dom, or the cathedral, located near the River Spree and the Museum Island, is the most important religious temple in Berlin. The Berlin Wall was built after World War II, during the Cold War between the Soviet Communists and the Allies, which divided the city between the eastern and western zones. Frankfurt is one of the most important cities in Germany, the financial center of the country and headquarters of the European Central Bank. Romerberg Square, located in the heart of the historic center, is the main square of the city, surrounded by traditional houses from the 15th and 16th centuries. The 200-meter-high main tower is one of the best viewpoints in Frankfurt, located in the financial district and surrounded by skyscrapers. At dusk you will appreciate the sunset from its fantastic terrace. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Hamburg is a prosperous city and full of attractive places for tourists. It is one of the most visited cities. The City Hall, located in the magnificent monumental square of Rathausplatz, opened in 1897, has a 112-meter-high tower and an interior that mixes various styles. The Ulster Lake is the closest to the town hall square. It has a fountain in the middle, and you will see numerous ducks and swans as you walk along the lakeshore. The Elbe Philharmonic is a concert hall that stands out for the incredible architecture of its building and has become the emblem of the new Hamburg. Colonia offers a lot of attractions for tourists, in a perfect balance between history, culture, and fun. The Cologne Cathedral is undoubtedly the best-known postcard of the city and its main tourist attraction. This cathedral has a Gothic style and survived the bombing of World War II, and today it can be seen from almost anywhere in the city town. The Hohenzollern Bridge, this metal bridge located over the Rhine River, was blown up in 1945 by the Germans themselves to prevent Allied troops from entering the city. It was rebuilt in 1948. Spain, located on the Iberian Peninsula, enjoys a privileged geographical location within the old continent. There you will find Madrid, its capital, full of imposing monuments and colonial-style architecture. You can also visit Barcelona, another of the great cities. It has its own language, Catalan. It has structures that are architectural icons of the world, such as the Sagrada Familia. Likewise, you can enjoy its colorful streets in Casa Batlló, a work by the artist Gaudí. Its gastronomy is one of the richest and most varied in the world. They magnificently combine products such as pork and seafood, paella, wine and sangria. Return to this country full of history and fun. Madrid is the capital of Spain, a fascinating city. It stands out for being a city that never sleeps. Puerta del Sol is a square in which there are several points of interest, such as the statue of the beer and the strawberry tree, and the equestrian statue of Carlos III, located right in the center. Near Puerta del Sol, going down Calle Mayor, you will arrive at Plaza Mayor, a beautiful square surrounded by important buildings such as the Casa de la Panadería. Gran Via is the most famous street in Madrid and an essential walk for all who visit the city. Barcelona is one of the most beautiful cities in Spain, located on the shores of the Mediterranean, and only of the most cosmopolitan. It is the cradle of modernism at an international level. The Sagrada Familia is the most well-known and characteristic monument. It is the greatest exponent of modernist architecture created by Gaudí. Its construction began in 1882. Casa Batlló is considered one of the most original buildings in the world. Its construction was carried out between 1904 and 1906 by Gaudí. Valencia is a city in which centuries-old traditions coexist in harmony with new trends. The City of Arts and Sciences is a work of Santiago Calatrava and Felix Candela. We recommend you take a pleasant walk through the Turia Garden and walk along the shore of its artificial lakes. The Silk Exchange, one of the most emblematic buildings in Valencia, it is considered masterpiece of the flamboyant Gothic style. The Cathedral of Santa Maria de Valencia with its famous Michaelet bell tower. Inside this church is the Holy Chalice. It was the one used by Jesus at the Last Supper. Seville is the capital of Andalusia and is one of the most beautiful and monumental cities in Spain. The Real Alcázar is a palace, one of the oldest in the world, dating from the 11th century. Its house witnessed the passage of different cultures. The Plaza de España is possibly the most beautiful square in the country. There you can see thebenches and tiles from 48 Spanish provinces. Triana, the most authentic and flamenco neighborhood. Some of the essential steps are Plaza del Altozano, Calle Betis, Capilita del Carmen, Castillo de San Jorge and Mercado de Triana. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Ibiza is a magical island with turquoise waters, located in the Balearic Archipelago and known as the White Island of the Mediterranean. The historic Centre d'Alt Vila was declared a World Heritage Site and surrounded by a 16th-century wall. Sant Antoni is located in a beautiful bay in front of the island of Sa Canalera, has a fantastic port. When entering the cave or Cova de Conmarca, located in the north of the island, inside this cave that is more than 100,000 years old, you will find natural formations such as lakes and waterfalls. Portugal, located in the southwest of Europe on the Iberian Peninsula. Its capital is Lisbon. There you will find the Augusta Street, the busiest, and you can enjoy the Arch of Rua Augusta. Likewise, you can visit the National Palace of Sorrow, which is characterized by having housed royalty during the 19th century, as well as you can go to the monument that commemorates the 500 years of Henry the Navigator. In Sintra, a Portuguese town declared a World Heritage Site that has the Castle of Sintra, which allows you to see the entire city up to the Atlantic Ocean. Porto, the second most important city in Portugal, you can enjoy its magnificent landscapes and emblematic places. It is known for making port wine. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Lisbon is the capital, a fantastic city for travelers, from the amazing food to the beautiful architecture. If you're looking for a taste of the old world, head to Alfama, home to some of Lisbon's oldest and most historic buildings. Augusta Street is the busiest in the city, where you can enjoy the Arch of Rua Augusta and outdoor terraces to enjoy the landscapes. The Monument of the Discoveries is a work of art on the Tagus River in Belém, created to commemorate the 500 years of Henry the Navigator. Porto is the second most important city in Portugal. If you are going to travel to Porto, you have to go see the Lelo e Irmão bookstore. It is a beautiful bookstore that opened its doors in 1906. The Dom Luís Bridge is one of the most famous bridges in Portugal. It was built in the mid-19th century for urban renewal and transformed it into the metropolis city it is today. The Ribeira district is home to some of the most popular attractions in Porto. There is a market where you can buy local products or simply enjoy a cup of coffee overlooking the Douro River. Sintra is a beautiful city that seems to be taken from a fairy tale. The architecture is impressive, and you will feel as if you are in a different world. Palace da Pina de Sintra is an imposing piece of infrastructure built in the 19th century. The castle itself is beautiful, but it is also surrounded by other great things to do and see. There are hiking trails, museums, restaurants, and cafes. It is a small city, but it is full of beautiful beaches, restaurants, and historic sites. Coimbra is the perfect place for travelers who want to experience one of the most beautiful cities in Portugal. The city itself has many beautiful and iconic sites, including the University of Coimbra, which was founded in 1290 by King Dinis I of Portugal. There are many museums, such as the Museu Nacional Machado de Castro, which houses ancient artifacts from around the world. Another museum here is the Museu da Universidade de Coimbra, which contains works of art by famous artists such as Picasso and Van Gogh. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. If you are looking for a destination to travel to, Aveiro is an ideal place. It has many tourist attractions and natural beauties. The famous Cathedral of Aveiro is located in the heart of the historic center. Its exterior impresses with its magnificent Baroque portal. The Beira-Mar neighborhood is a great place for those who want to see beautiful architecture and have fun at the same time. Aveiro's canals were built in the 18th century to help drain the surrounding marshy lands, later used as a way to transport goods in and out of the city, and today they are used for tourism. The Netherlands, a country in Europe, is known for tulip fields, windmills, a flat landscape of canals, and cycling routes. Amsterdam, the capital, is home to the house where Jewish diarist Anne Frank hid during World War II and has the Rijksmuseum, Van Gogh Museum, canal-side mansions and a trove of works from artists including Rembrandt and Vermeer remain from the city's 17th century golden age. The Netherlands may be a small country, but it's packed with world-famous icons. Discover windmills, bulb fields, cheese markets, canals of Amsterdam, masterpieces of old masters, and of course wooden shoes. Check millions of bicycles, Delft blue earthenware, and innovative water management systems. Switzerland is located in the heart of Europe and has 4 official languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. It is known worldwide for its banks, watches, chocolates, cheeses, among others. Its cities show a medieval and modern style which will make you look different, and colorful contrasts in its streets. You cannot miss the wonderful tourist scenery, viewpoints, city parks with their beautiful picturesque towns and gardens, museums. Among the emblematic cities is Lucerne, where you will find medieval-style buildings and constructions located on the water's edge. There is also La Urbanie, which is known for its 72 waterfalls, and together with its alpine forests and wooden houses make this place one of the most beautiful landscapes you can find in the world. In the same way, it is one of the largest nature reserves in Switzerland. If you like extreme sports, there is Grindelwald, located in the Swiss Alps, a place full of outdoor activities such as skiing, hiking, climbing. In Zermatt you will find the Glacier Express that covers the Zermatt-St. Moritz round trip. The route has a distance of 168 miles and its duration is 7 hours. Its price is between 211 and 120 euros. There you can enjoy the beautiful snow landscapes. Do not wait any longer to enjoy this wonderful country and enjoy its amazing landscapes. Geneva is located at the outlet of the Rhone River to Lake Geneva and with views of the Great Alps mountain range. The Jet d'Eau fountain, located on the Eau Vives pier, launches jets that can reach 140 meters in height. In 1886 it was used as a safety valve for a hydraulic power network. Here you can find the Palace of Nations, which houses the second headquarters of the UN in importance after New York. Enjoy a walk through the historic center, the Vieilleville in French, located around the Cathedral of San Pedro. Discover charming squares. Here you will also find restaurants and cafes. Bern is one of those cities that falls in love at first sight. It is a medieval old town declared a World Heritage Site. Stroll down Kramgas Street. On this street you will find its beautiful medieval buildings with reddish roofs, colorful fountains with Renaissance figures, and craft shops. Visit the clock tower at Gloggeren. It was the first western gate of the city and was used as a women's prison until it burned down in 1405. 1540 they incorporated the astronomical clock. The cathedral is the tallest church in Switzerland. This late Gothic building began construction in 1421 and was not completed until 1893. Zurich is the financial and cultural heart of the country. Get lost in its beautiful historic center Altstadt, surrounded by the remains of an old medieval wall, near the Limmat River, and around the Rathaus town hall, you will find the most charming squares, medieval houses, and Renaissance buildings. Visit the National Museum, housed in a French-style building that looks like a medieval castle, for a good look at Swiss history and culture. Lake Zurich is surrounded by different hills. It is perfect for relaxing bike rides along the shore. In summer you can swim on some of its beaches or have a picnic. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Lucerne is located on the shores of the Lake of the Four Cantons and with the Alps in the background and has a beautiful medieval old town. Kapellbrucker Chapel Bridge is a covered wooden bridge from the 16th century. It is considered the oldest in Europe. Right in the middle of the bridge you will find the water tower. This tower has been used throughout history as a prison, archive, and treasure. The sculpture of a dying lion, a sculpture carved into a large rock, honors the 760 Swiss Guard soldiers who died defending King Louis XVI and his family during the French Revolution. Zermatt is one of the most impressive places in the world, surrounded by the imposing mountains of the Swiss Alps. The Glacier Express is the only way to get to Zermatt since fuel vehicles are prohibited within the town. Some of its wagons have large windows, which allow you to enjoy the landscape to the fullest. Once you arrive, you must walk through its streets. This place is focused on tourism and winter sports. Another activity that you cannot miss is visiting the Gornergrat viewpoint, located at 3,089 meters high. It offers one of the best views of the Matterhorn, the most famous mountain in the Alps for being the logo of the delicious Tauberin chocolate. The UK, created from England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, is an island nation in northwestern Europe. England, the birthplace of Shakespeare and also the Beatles, is home to the capital, London, a globally prestigious center of finance and culture, is additionally the location of centuries-old universities at Oxford and Cambridge, Bath's Roman Spa, and Neolithic Stonehenge. Blessed with stunning scenery and landscapes, made history, and cultural diversity, the UK has created a great mark on the map of world history. Once a great power, the country created a significant contribution on a worldwide scale in terms of its culture, language, literature, music, theater, and films. The United Kingdom is an island separated from the European mainland by the English Channel and the North Sea. It is made up of the countries of England, Scotland, North Ireland, and Wales, and its long history is evident in prehistoric sites such as the Neolithic monument Stonehenge and medieval castles. Roman ruins include Hadrian's Wall, which once divided Roman Britain from the Scottish lowlands to the north. England is one of the great tourist destinations in Europe. London is the capital of England and a unique city. On the banks of the Thames you can visit Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, the home of the kings, located in the heart of London. You cannot miss the most important icon of the city, Big Ben, probably the most famous clock tower in the world. Liverpool is one of the most visited cities in England. It is known worldwide for several aspects, although the main one is for being the birthplace of the Beatles, the most successful musical group in history. Manchester is considered the first industrialized city in the world. You cannot miss the Northern Quarter, an old industrial area, where warehouses have been converted into cafes and second-hand markets. Scotland is a beautiful country, full of castles and landscapes that seem to come from another world. Donan Castle, located in the Highlands, its access is by a small stone bridge. This castle was the scene of several films. Newest point on the fantastic Isle of Skye, known as the end of the Scottish world. Loch Ness is possibly the most famous place in Scotland thanks to the legend of the monster Nessie. Glencoe, this deep glacial valley surrounded by large mountains, is located in the Highlands and is of volcanic origin, has appeared in James Bond and Harry Potter movies, and is famous for being one of the best places for hiking and sports on mountains. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Northern Ireland is a country known for its Norman castles, glacial valleys and mountains. Belfast is the capital, a city adorned by murals on the walls that highlight everything from political issues to social problems, as well as its theatres, historic buildings and cafes. The Giant's Causeway has formed about 60 million years ago. The legend says that the formation was due to a fight between an Irish and a Scottish giant. The green cliffs that surround this wonder only accentuate its beauty. Rathlin Island, considered the northernmost inhabited island, measures just 3.5 miles from one end to the other and is famous for hosting the friendly puffins. Wales is a small territory, but with great diversity. If you like castles, you will love Penrhyn. This beautiful fortress is located on top of a hill in the town of Bangor. Caernarfon Castle was built by King Edward I on the Menai Strait, on the banks of the River Seant, as part of his defensive ring in North Wales. Its walls have witnessed numerous battles and important events. The castle has a large central courtyard that is surrounded by walls and towers and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Bedulard is a small town located at the foot of Mount Snowdon, in the heart of Snowdonia National Park. You must walk through the streets of the town and see the many buildings built with stone. Croatia, located between Central Europe, Southern Europe and the Adriatic Sea, a paradisiacal destination with coasts that have sapphire waters and walled cities. Zagreb is the capital and the most populated city in Croatia. The importance of this city falls on the main square. There you can find the Cathedral of the Assumption. Split is a city characterized by its Mediterranean style. The city center still has the cobblestone pavement from Roman times. Dubrovnik, the most visited city in Croatia, impresses with its great walls as well as being the location of the Game of Thrones series, where King's Landing is represented. Enjoy the majestic landscapes that this incredible country offers. Zagreb is the capital and the largest city of Croatia. Visit Capital, the oldest area of the city. You will fall in love with its religious buildings and the history of the neighborhood, since it was there that the city was born. Zagreb Cathedral is one of the most imposing buildings in the Croatian capital. It is a work of neo-Gothic style. St. Mark's Church is located in St. Mark's Square, one of the most important in the city. In St. Mark's Square are the seat of the Croatian government, the Croatian parliament and the Croatian Constitutional Court. Zagreb is a city full of life and fun to explore. Dubrovnik is a beautiful city on the Adriatic Sea, famous for being the most romantic city in Europe. Its historic center, declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO since 1979. You must take a walk on top of its walls. This city was the location of the King's Landing in the Game of Thrones series. Its walls surround the entire historic center. One of the most visited attractions is the Church of St. Blaise, with its famous bell tower and a former Franciscan monastery on top of the hill overlooking the port. Enjoy a boat ride through the historic port of Dubrovnik. It is a place full of history, beauty and culture. Zadar is a city with more than 3,000 years old and is a destination to travel with family and friends. The entire historic center of Zadar is walled, and both the walls and the gates of access are a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Visit the Square of the Five Wells. These were in charge of supplying water to the city until the middle of the 19th century. Next to the wall, you will see the Captain's Tower, which it was part of the medieval defensive system of the city. The historic area of San Donato and the high-quality Venetian architecture of the Palace of Diocletian is today an important cultural and tourist site worldwide. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Trogir is a tourist city that has been influenced by all the foreign cultures that have made it dominated. In the main square of the old town of Trogir, the Cathedral of San Lorenzo and the bell tower that is architecturally impressive. Camerlengo Fortress looks quite striking between the palm trees and the sea. In the 15th century it served to house the Venetian troops, but today it is used as a place of celebration concerts in the summer months. Trogir has a wide and elegant promenade along the coast. It's a splendid place to stroll as you pass restaurants, cafes, and lots of palm trees. Split is one of the most popular destinations for tourists in Croatia. The main attraction of the city is strolling through the cobbled streets of its old town. There are centuries of history in those streets. Hallucinate with the Diocletian Palace. More than a palace, it looks like a military fortress surrounded by walls and wonderful views of the sea. It was also the location of the first Game of Thrones season. Have a coffee in Republic Square, one of the most beautiful places to see in Split. This square is one of the most colorful visits. It is surrounded by pink neo-Renaissance buildings with arches, inspired by Italian architecture. The United States is a country of 50 states covering a massive swath of North America, with Alaska in the northwest and Hawaii extending the nation's presence into the Pacific Ocean. Major Atlantic coast cities are New York, a world finance and culture center, and the capital Washington, D.C. Midwestern metropolis Chicago is known for influential architecture, and on the West Coast, Los Angeles's Hollywood is famous for filmmaking. From coastlines to massive cities, the U.S. is formed from numerous diverse destinations. Amazing cities, some known for history and others for fun and glamour, give visitors a broad spectrum of places to choose from and experience new adventures. New York is known as the Big Apple. There you will find a lot of places to visit. We recommend you take a walk through Central Park, located in the middle of Manhattan. You can also take a walk through Brooklyn, one of the most iconic places in the city, full of independent artists. Something that cannot be missed is a tour of the streets of Manhattan. In the huge skyscrapers, you will be able to appreciate the best views of the city. Chicago is known as a windy city, a city with modern architecture. Enjoy a swim in its more than 20 beaches on the shores of Lake Michigan. A must-see in Chicago is the Millennium Park, located between the city center and Lake Michigan. Enjoy the Cloud Gate, popularly known as the Jewish sculptures most photographed in Chicago. Discover the city and its architecture through a boat tour on Lake Michigan. You can also walk the Riverwalk and enjoy wonderful restaurants and bars on the banks of the river. Boston is one of the oldest cities in the United States, with great European influence and the cradle of the country's independence. Freedom Trail is a tourist route that passes through 16 historical places that were crucial during the fight for independence from the United States. In Boston you will find two of the most important universities in the world. In Harvard you can walk through its green gardens and see the beautiful brick buildings. MIT is undoubtedly one of the leading universities in the world in technological and scientific matters. Washington, D.C. is the capital of U.S. and a city with influence from all over the planet. Here, you can get to know the most emblematic monument of the city, the Capitol. It is the building that houses the two chambers of the United States Congress. Another must-see in the city is the White House, home of the President of the country. The most famous room is the Oval Office, which is the office of the President. Be sure to visit the famous Abraham Lincoln Monument and the 170 meters high, the obelisk, which is located in the center of the mall. Inside there is a staircase that allows you to climb to the top for luxurious views. Nashville is famous for being the music capital of the United States, more specifically, country music. In the city center you should visit Broadway Street. It is the great music street, where most of the venues offer live music every day. You can also enjoy excellent restaurants. Near Nashville, in a small town of Lynchburg, is home to the most famous whiskey distillery in the United States, Jack Daniel's. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. New Orleans is one of the cities in the United States that stands out mainly for its culture and gastronomy, as well as its wonderful music scene. One of the must-sees of this city is the French Quarter, a neighborhood that housed thousands of French, but also had a fairly important Spanish colony, thus giving rise to Cajun food. To enjoy the best music in the city, you must go to Frenchman Street, the ideal place to appreciate the best live artists and enjoy the best bars and restaurants in the city. San Francisco is known as the City of Eternal Spring, a city that is surrounded by wonderful landscapes and places to visit. Visit one of the most iconic places, Alcatraz Prison. Take a ferry to the prison at Pier 33, an unbreakable prison from which escape was an odyssey. However, he starred one of the most incredible escapes in the history of the United States. Another must-see in the city is the Golden Gate, one of the longest suspension bridges in the world. Its construction was carried out between 1933 and 1937. It is a world icon thanks to its appearance in different movies. Los Angeles has a privileged location on the west coast of the United States, and located in California is the most famous state in the country. You cannot stop visiting the Walk of Fame and visiting the recording studios in Hollywood. You can also take hiking trails to reach the Griffith Observatory and appreciate the sunset of the city. A few miles from Los Angeles you will find the beautiful beaches of Venice and Santa Monica. End your trip on the famous Route 66. Las Vegas, known as the City of Sin. During the day the city is very quiet, but at nightfall it is an ideal place for lovers of partying and fun. A walk through the most legendary street, the Strip, where the best hotels in the city and most of the casinos are located. Do not forget to visit Link Promenade. Here you will find a variety of restaurants, shops, entertainment, but the star of the place is the High Roller, the tallest Ferris wheel in the world. 2 hours from the city you will find the Grand Canyon of Colorado, a wonder of nature and one of the most iconic landscapes in the United States. Miami is one of the most visited cities in the country, with a warm climate and great Latin influence. If you visit this city, you must visit the beaches of South Beach, the most famous in the city for its turquoise waters and white sand. If you like street art, be sure to visit Wynwood. Here you will find meters and meters of murals, urban art and cool galleries. A few hours by car, you can reach Key West, the southernmost point of Florida, and enjoy the beautiful Keys. To the north, you will find the city of Orlando, known for its parks, but a city with a modern style and very quiet for rest. Argentina, it is a country located in South America that is characterized by the contrasts of modern buildings and those of the colonial era. If you travel to Buenos Aires, you can find the famous obelisk, an iconic monument that was built on the occasion of the first foundation of this town. Likewise, you will find the Pink House located in the Plaza de Mayo, and it is the office of the president of this country. This country has a rich gastronomic culture since it combines European, Creole, and indigenous cuisine, and is known worldwide for its quality meats, as well as for its traditional drink mate, which is based on herbs and water. One of its great tourist attractions are the Iguazu Falls, as well as the monuments that are found in Cordoba, Mendoza, Santa Cruz, and the various cities that this country offers. Chile, located at the southern end of the continent, is characterized by having a good quality of life among its inhabitants. Santiago de Chile is the capital. There you will find modernity, culture, and a lot of wine. You can visit the Sky Costanera, a building that has the highest viewpoint in Latin America. From there you will appreciate a 360-degree view of the Chilean capital. In the historic center you will find the main square, the post office building, and the currency palace. Easter Island is the most important destination in Chile and the most isolated in the world. Moai remain a mystery. Their average height is 5 meters and their weight 13 tons. In Chilean Patagonia, you will find Torres del Paine, one of the most spectacular natural parks in the world, made up of lakes and mountains. There you can enjoy one of the most beautiful events in the universe, the Milky Way. Brazil, it is the largest country in South America, characterized by its coasts and warm climate. If you travel to Rio de Janeiro, you can visit the Christ the Redeemer, a statue located 710 meters above sea level, and where you can enjoy spectacular views of the city, as well as enjoy its paradisiacal beaches. You can also go to the Contemporary Art Museum by Niterói. If you travel to Sao Paulo, you will be able to enjoy iconic buildings that make this financial center an absolute wonder to visit. Likewise, if you travel to Brasilia, you will be able to enjoy the first monument of the city, the Cathedral of Our Lady Appeared, or Cathedral of Brasilia. Brazil is characterized by capoeira and is one of the 3 countries that has the Amazon in its territory, so if you travel to this area you can also enjoy the fauna and flora that this wonderful jungle has. Peru, a country full of culture and tradition, cradle of the Inca civilization. If you travel to Lima, its capital, you can enjoy wonderful colonial buildings and beach. Cuzco is one of the most emblematic colonial cities in this country and is the starting point to get to know Machu Picchu, which is an ancient Inca city located in the Andes, characterized by being one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world, and where you can find the Sacred Valley, an architectural gem. You can also visit the mountains of the Seven Colors or Vinicunca, that is located at 5,200 meters at sea level, as well as the Nazca lines, created more than 1,000 years ago, and there is still no explanation of how they were made. Peruvian cuisine is one of the best known in the world. There you can enjoy a traditional ceviche of pisco. Colombia, a country strategically located in the South American continent that has an outlet to the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Its capital is Bogotá, which is located at 2,600 meters at sea level and is surrounded by mountains. Also, you can see that the capital has from large buildings to colonial buildings. Medellin is popularly known as the Eternal Spring, and where you can find the Plaza de Botero, a location full of sculptures by the international artist Fernando Botero, or you can visit Guadalupe, which is famous for its giant granite rock. Cartagena is located in the Colombian Caribbean. There you can visit the walled city where the clock tower and its picturesque colonial-style streets are located, or visit its spectacular beaches. Panama is a trans-regional country located between South America and Central America. Its capital is the city of Panama, a city characterized by the contrasts of modern buildings and those of the colonial era. You can also visit the Museum of Biodiversity, designed by the famous architect Frank Gehry. You will also find the old town of the city was the original settlement of the city of Panama, and today it forms the archaeological site of Old Panama. Panama is known for the imposing Panama Canal, a construction that benefits ships from around the world and links 140 maritime routes and reaches 1,700 ports around the world. In San Blas you will find the ideal place to rest from the stress of the city, a heavenly place with green beaches. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Costa Rica is a country located in Central America. Its capital San Jose is a city full of history, and its architecture is influenced by a classical European style. There you will find a wide collection of sculptures. One of the most visited is that of John Lennon. This city is surrounded by natural parks. Just 1 hour from the city you can enjoy the impressive natural reserves of the country. This country, with a wide diversity of fauna and flora, is one of the few countries that has prohibited sport hunting. Costa Rica has achieved that 99% of energy sources come from renewable sources, thus showing its great commitment to the environment. This country has 112 volcanoes throughout its territory, of which 5 are active. One of the most visited by tourists and locals is the Poás volcano. Its crater is more than 2,500 meters above sea level.
Cuba, Central American country, also known as the island, and it is the largest island in the Caribbean Sea. Havana is the capital of the country. There you will find the national capital of Havana, the Revolution Square, and the San Cristobal Cathedral built in the 18th century. You can also visit the city of Trinidad, one of the most beautiful in Cuba, declared a World Heritage Site. Its architecture is colonial style. Enjoy its cobblestone and colorful streets. Do not forget to visit the main church of the Holy Trinidad. In Veradero you will find one of the most touristic places, surrounded by more than 20 beaches. It is the closest point of Cuba to the United States. This country has contributed a lot to Latin American culture musically, perfecting and creating rhythms such as Cuban son, cha-cha-cha, and salsa.
Mexico is the largest Spanish-speaking country in the world. Its capital is Mexico City, one of the largest cities in the world. There you will find the Zocalo, the epicenter of the entire city. The Palace of Fine Arts contains the city's architectural museum, the castles of Chapultepec, to enjoy the wonderful views of the city, and the pyramids of the moon and the sun in Teotihuacan, a pre-Columbian archaeological complex. Cancun, a destination visited by millions of tourists a year. There you will find paradisiacal beaches. Very close you will find the famous cenotes, formations created by nature and are pools of natural water. You can also enjoy Chichen Itza, one of the new wonders of the world. Its gastronomy is known worldwide. Some of the most traditional dishes are tacos, pozole and margaritas. Canada is the largest country in North America. It is a multicultural destination and boasts majestic mountains, spectacular beaches, unspoiled forests and the Arctic tundra. This country has within its flagship cities Quebec. There you can find the Chateau Frontenac Castle, which is the most photographed hotel in North America, where you will find guided tours without having to stay there. There is also Toronto, which is the most populous city in Canada and one of the most multicultural in the world. Among its main attractions is the SN Tower and the islands that have beaches and outdoor activities. You can also find Niagara Falls as it borders the United States. This is a tourist destination that has hotels, restaurants, shops of souvenirs. Thus, the best place to see the falls is the Queen Victoria Park, where fireworks are lit every summer night. Do not wait any longer to enjoy this wonderful country and enjoy its majestic landscapes. India is the second most populous country in the world. Its new capital Delhi has an immense architectural heritage. Visit the Red Fort, as well as the Qutub Minar, which is the highest viewpoint in India and was declared a World Heritage Site. The Jama Masjid Mosque, one of the largest and most impressive in all of Asia, Anathara must-see, is the Lotus Temple. In Agra, you will find one of the most representative monuments in the world, the Taj Mahal, a funerary monument. Its construction was ordered by Shah Jahan as an offering to his wife. China is a country located in the Asian continent. Shanghai is the financial capital and home to the largest skyscrapers in the world. You will also find ancient temples. In Beijing, you will find the Forbidden City. It is the most expensive imperial palace in the world. Hong Kong is the perfect fusion between East and West, as it was an English colony for many years. The Great Wall of China is one of the most representative and ancient constructions in the world. Its extension is 13,170 miles. It was created to protect itself from the attacks of the Mongols. Thailand, formerly known as Siam. In this beautiful country you will find different landscapes and monuments. Bangkok is the capital. There you will find the largest golden Buddha in the world. Koh Phi Phi Li is one of the most famous islands in Thailand, known for the movie The Beach. Let yourself be surprised by this wonderful natural landscape. Another must-see in Thailand is the Bang Chiang Archaeological Site, declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. The figure is known as Garuda, half man and half eagle, is the national symbol of the country. Vietnam borders the countries of China, Cambodia, and Laos. It is known because the water of its beaches is emerald color and its religious wealth is made up of multiple Hindu temples. If you visit Vietnam, a must in Halong Bay, where the locals live in houseboats and feed on fishing, a paradisiacal place surrounded by beaches and miles of limestone. To the north of the country is the Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park, declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It is a place rich in geological diversity. Its main attraction is huge caves that were used to hide from American planes during the war. Singapore is a city-state, so its capital is considered the city of Singapore. It is located south of the state of Johor and north of the Riau Islands. In the modern area of the city, you will find Merlion, a statue with the head of a lion and the body of a fish. It is the symbol of the entire city. The Great Marina Bay Sands is a super-luxury hotel, characterized by its roof, and has the most famous infinity pool in the world. Another must-see in the city are the gardens by the bay. They are 100 hectares of a futuristic park. Indonesia is an island country located between Southeast Asia and Oceania. There you will find monuments and dream landscapes such as Borobudur, declared a World Heritage Site, is the largest Buddhist temple in the world. In Prambanan, it is also a World Heritage Site. It has more than 200 Hindu temples. It is a Hindu temple is a place full of peace. Bali is an Indonesian island, frequented by thousands of tourists. You will find the Temple of Tanah Lot is a Hindu temple. Corayulan Danu Brayton is a temple that seems to be floating in the sea, was created in honor of the goddess of water. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. Australia, a country located on the oceanic continent and one of the largest countries in the world. Uluru Kota Judah is one of the natural heritage of Australia and a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. There you will enjoy mountains that seem from another world. 2 hours from Sydney you will find Blue Mountains, an impenetrable place where prisons were built so that prisoners could not escape. Cabo La Grande is a place with paradisiacal beaches of turquoise water and New Zealand is a country in Oceania, located in the southwest of the Pacific Ocean. One of the places you must visit is Hobbiton, a town of small houses known for its appearance in the Lord of the Rings saga. Cathedral Cove, a stone arch surrounded by paradisiacal beaches. To access this place must be done by boat or kayak, well known for its appearance in the movie Narnia. Wairtapu, an area of intense geothermal activation. You will find thermal pools, but you have Edo. Be careful, there are areas with temperatures higher than 100 degrees Celsius. The Republic of Korea is a country located on the Asian continent, has a large number of palaces such as Ch-Dokgung, declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. The Deokseong Palace, located in the center of Seoul, amid modern constructions, and Hwaseong Fortress, located near Seoul, with an amazing history on each of its walls. In Seoul, there you can enjoy the En Seoul Tower. There you can enjoy a spectacular view off the entire city is located 480 meters high. Japan is a country full of contrasts. If you visit this beautiful country, you will find history and modernity. Kyoto Fushimi Inari Shrine is one of the most popular shrines in Japan, featured in the movie Memoirs of a Geisha. Bamboo Forest in Arashiyama. There you will find 50 different species of bamboo, with heights of up to 20 meters high. You cannot miss the Toshogu Shrine, located in the city of Nikko. In its decoration you will find its wonderful decoration of Buddhist and Shinto style. Tunisia is a country of contrasts from north to south. You will find Roman vestiges, a Mediterranean coast, Medinas fortified with mosques and souks. Hammamet is perhaps the Tunisian tourist destination that receives the greatest number of visitors, largely attracted by its white sand beaches. Carthage, one of the most important cities of the Roman Empire, whose ruins are part of the catalogue of World Heritage Sites declared by UNESCO. Tazur is in the center of one of the most famous oases in the world and is the largest producer of dates. Morocco, one of the richest and most varied African countries in terms of landscapes, cities, and cultural treasures. In Marrakech you will find the Jama El Fna Square. In the morning you will find monkeys to snake charmers, and at night it transforms, filling with food stalls. Another show that this country offers is to spend a night under a starry night in the majestic Sahara Desert. Casablanca is the second largest city in the country, remembered for its appearances in the movies, and where you will find the highest temple in the world, the Hassan II Mosque, the second largest in the world. Cairo is the capital of Egypt. You can take a walk through the corridors of the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization, among mummies, pharaohs' treasures, and statues. The pyramids of Giza, the Great Pyramid of Cheops, that of Khafre, and that of Menkaure, remains a mystery to humanity as their construction was carried out. You can also touch the stones of more than 4,000 years of history. Enjoy a cruise on the Nile, which usually does the section between Luxor and Aswan. It is undoubtedly an unforgettable experience. Ethiopia is a surprising place for travelers. Its landscapes make up a perfect setting for adventure, from mountains where you can hike above 3,000 meters, deserts, canyons, vast lakes, and high plateaus. Visit the churches of Lalibela. They are the jewel of the country, excavated entirely in the rock. They are still used as a place of worship. They are World Heritage and the main treasure of Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity. Kenya is synonymous with safari. It is the first country in the region that knew how to exploit its natural resources for tourism, and with some of the best safaris in Africa and beautiful beaches. The Masai Mara, the most famous park in Kenya, takes place in Masai lands. The Maasai follow living their traditional way in circular villages of mud huts and herding their sacred herds of cows, but they have not been impervious to tourism. Lake Nakuru, located about 93 miles from Nairobi, Lake Nakuru National Park is one of the best places to see birds, gigantic flocks of pink flamingos. Do you like our videos? Remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell to never miss one of our videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as @Explorer Handbook. In Tanzania, you will find everything you imagine of Africa: safaris, encounters with tribes, the savannah full of animals, dreamy sunsets, and white sand beaches. Dar es Salaam is the most populated city in Tanzania. It is a city with an architecture that combines different styles with Indian, Arab, and colonial influences from Great Britain and Germany. In the archipelago of Zanzibar, there are many activities that can be done, such as visiting the beaches of Nungwi, north of the island Zanzibar. Malawi, located in Southeast Africa. Malawi is known for the beauty of its nature, its fauna, and its flora, from Lilongwe, its capital, to the summit of Sapitwa Peak, the white expanses of the savanna, the warm heart of Africa. Its lake is undoubtedly the greatest asset of Malawi. It is the third largest lake in Africa. There you can admire the exceptional biodiversity of its underwater world, surrounded by hills, swamps, lagoons, and mountains. Lwand National Park. There you can admire a large number of wild animals in the heart of a preserved nature. Madagascar is a captivating country. In addition to the largest island on its continent, one of the most incredible African countries. The Avenue of the Baobabs. It is simply an avenue, which local people use to travel. See the sunset in the window of the Isolo. This curious formation. This place is special since the sun reflects through the window in a unique way. It especially attracts photographers. Visit the Anja Reserve. In this small reserve near the city of Fianarantsoa you'll find the reign of King Julian, home to the friendly ring-tailed lemurs. Namibia is one of the most stable, unknown, and different countries in southern Africa. It has the highest dunes on the planet and the savanna through which unique tribes still move. Etosha National Park is one of the most visited places in the country. In its 22,000 square kilometers, in which 114 species of mammals live, including the largest population of black rhinoceros and cheetahs in Africa. The Namib Desert is known for its incredible red dunes and for being the oldest in the world. South Africa, located in southern Africa, is a multicultural country and one of the most modern on the continent. In Cape Town you will enjoy a Mediterranean climate ideal for outdoor activities. It is the most modern and multicultural city in the country. Table Mountain is one of the oldest mountains in the world and one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. There you will find the best panoramic views of the city. Tsitsikama National Park, a paradise for hiking enthusiasts surrounded by vegetation, lagoons, and virgin beaches. Remember to follow us on our social networks to find exciting content on your possible next destinations.